Hello, it's been a while since I talked to you about Surface Duo. So Surface Duo 2 got announced and the specs are online. So I will do a very detailed comparison of the spec between Surface Duo 2 and Surface Duo. So I'll start with the dimension. So the height is the same. The width is actually th- less, smaller, and it's thicker. So it's thicker because you got a bigger battery. Makes sense. The width, though, being less is surprising, but welcome because you can hold it better because it was kind of wide. But it's interesting is that they actually have a bigger screen size, 5.8 versus 5.6. So they made the bezel smaller, and the aspect ratio is a little bit higher now. It's not 4:3 anymore. So actually the dimension is good. I was wishing for like 6 inch, but I got 5.8. That's good. And also they made it to be thinner, which is good, right? So and they did sacrifice the aspect ratio, which is not bad. Now it's 13 by 9 versus 4:3. So it's definitely a little bit taller, right? So I'm actually happy with this. So it's cool. Next thing is display. Definitely 5.8 versus 5.6. Different aspect ratio, a little bit taller, a little bit thinner. Good. 9 hertz versus 60 hertz. Smooth, but 9 hertz use more battery. So actually, another thing that they mentioned in the Surface Duo spec that they did not mention the original Surface Duo, was that it was actually 800 nits versus this one I got from a review from Laptop Magazine. It was 485, which is not great. And I noticed it too when you go outside in the sunlight, it's not that bright. So the average phone from this article, Laptop Magazine, is 540, and this is 440, 458, and now it's 800. So I think that is an improvement. But 9 hertz, brighter screen, that will chew up your battery life. So that's gotta be careful about that. So then we got the display. It's Victus, but the original Surface Duo didn't mention anything about display, so I'm not sure. Is it not Victus? So I guess Victus is better than just regular Gorilla Glass. They're both Gorilla Glass, so I know that. Oh, so let's go on to battery capacity. This is one of the complaints I had. I'm using it for 5 months now. The screen on time is not great. I know a lot of people say it's great, but it's not. If you especially use it in book mode, it's probably 4 to 6 hour book mode, and I say phone mode up to 6 to 8 hours phone mode, right? So definitely nice 25% bigger battery relative to the Surface Duo. I think the 9 hertz and your 800 nits will probably chew up some of that battery life if you enable it. And just my experience from using a Samsung phone, a normal high refresh screen can chew up to 20%, 25% of your screen on time. So basically this improved battery, bigger battery is probably a must for them. So I'm hoping you get better if you change to 60 hertz. Maybe you get 1 or 2 hour more screen on time, which is nice. The weight is heavier because of bigger battery life. I noticed that they put the weight in the very last portion of the spec on Surface Duo Tool because that's a negative. So I hate when a tech company change the order of the specs from one generation to another, and they're trying to hide specs that are worser. That happen. I hate that. That's kind of like shady, but tech company do that. Battery life. This is interesting. Okay, the interesting part about this is that it's 15.5 hours. This is what they put on the spec. And if you read the fine print, it's a single screen test at 100 nits. If you can take 100 nits compared to 800, that's 12% brightness, and on Surface Duo 2 and 21.8% brightness on Surface Duo. That's not good actually. So these numbers with a bigger battery life, you expect these numbers to be better. So, and this is actually, they both at 100 nits. So this is not a good thing. So there's something now, either the number is wrong, or that 690 hertz and the brightness, well, the brightness shouldn't affect it because it is set at 100 nits, but 90 hertz, man, that's not a good sign right there, man. That's not a good sign. So I'm kind of worried about that. Yeah, same video playback time with 20% bigger battery life at the same 100 nits. Not good. I hope that's a typo, but that's what they put on the spec. Charging time is faster charging, 23 watts versus 18. 18 to 23, that's 27% increase in charging for a 25% bigger battery. So about the same time to fully charge your Surface Duo 2. So yeah, so basically same time charging, but the power supply is sold separately, dude. Need to pay about, I guess, $25 to get that charger, power supply. Hey, but Microsoft's more environmentally friendly now, huh? They're not shipping that. Oh, they save some money too, right? So, they save $25 and they increase the price by $100. So that sucks. Okay, the big thing about the Surface Duo, the original, was the camera was crap, right? So now they have a triple camera setup, wide, tele, ultra wide, and then the front-facing camera got improved a little bit. So all in all, this is a big improvement, but there's a camera bump right now. So, and then the other thing I know is that there's a night mode. There's a night mode now. This thing was so bad at night, the original Surface Duo. So there's night mode, and there's 10x zoom. I think there was a 7x zoom. That's what they put in the spec. It's all digital, but definitely, improvement. Slow-mo, it was 120, now it's 240. Hey, it's better, right? Night mode, 240 and 3 cameras. Only problem with the 3 cameras in the back, which means you got basically unfolded, put in book mode. So that's like parent style taking pictures, right? So that's, they try and compete with Fold 3, right? So this is an improvement. Network, you got it looked like they improved the Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.1, NFC. They don't have wireless charging, but they have NFC, which is good for payment. The big thing, 5G, right? Versus 4G LTE. That's a big deal. I think they need this because that's the future. So you gotta have 5G. Improvement in the processor. So they went, I think this year got 865, but they ended up going 855. Now they're back to 888. The lucky Chinese number 888. So there was a comment on this. Is actually a comment from the Surface Duo optimized for dual screen experience. Like, what the hell does that mean? That's marketing crap right there. So yeah, this is crap. I guess they don't have that comment here anymore. So we got 3.2 versus 3.1. I didn't spend any time researching this, but I'm assuming it's a little faster maybe. Storage, they got more storage and more DRAM, right? And also faster DRAM. They did not put this detail in the actual original Surface Duo specs. I had to find this out in Phone Arena, but DDR5 is essentially the standard since 2020, and Surface Duo, the original Surface Duo, was actually one generation behind. So which means they built this thing, the original Surface Duo, like in 2019 or 18 or something. So that is definitely welcome. Uh, uh, should be better, less latency. Audio, it's all sorts of crap here, but the biggest thing is they have stereo speakers. They have 2 speakers now. I'll talk about that when I look at compare the display. But that's pretty cool. That's definitely better. 2 speaker. That was the thing I complained about. When you're in tent mode, you only can use one side because the other side, the speakers, is in the back. So 2 speakers. Software. Hey, triple lens camera. I guess makes sense. Yeah, triple lens. Span app automatically. This is something I think they mentioned in the launch video. So I guess there's certain apps that will span automatically. And this Surface Dual glance bar, I believe, is that curved screen indicator that when you put in, when you actually fold it, it actually notify you without actually opening the phone. I'm really surprised. This is innovative. Nobody thought I don't think anybody even predict that this could happen, right? So this is cool. So everybody's thinking, no, they'll put some small screen external, but this is innovating. But I think the only thing I noticed that in the video, the curved screen is barely curved. So I wish they curved a little more, but then maybe that's it's hard to do that. It's fragile. Of course, Android 11, Android 10 is still Android 10 after 1 year release. Sucks. Sensor, interesting. Dual proximity sensor on the Surface Tool versus just one Surface. The original. What the hell? Why does Surface Dual don't have a dual proximity sensor? Was that the reason why it couldn't sense that you're rotating? Maybe that's the reason why when you rotate, you could not sense what the hell which screen you're rotating to. I'm guessing that might be it. Wireless video playback, Miracast. I think I just kind of did some research. It's just similar as Chromecast, but it's slightly different. I guess it's a competing technology, versus Chromecast. It mentions this 4K video out. It did not mention that here, so I didn't play with the USBC anyway, so I'm not sure about this. The colors, you got black now. Before you just got white, now you got black. Exterior material, I'm not sure exterior material does that. I'm guessing that does not include the display, so it's the same material. One in the box, it doesn't have a freaking power supply, so you got to pay for your 23 watt power supply. So which means if you actually use your old Surface Dual, your charging time will be 25% slower, I'm guessing, or 27% slower. It has this product safety comments, which basically means, I'm guessing NFC. I put this here because the 60-day return policy, I think people that pre-order the Surface Dual tool probably want to use that if they're not happy. The price is $100 more expensive than last year, but now you can probably buy a Surface Dual for $500-$600 now, but it's $100 more expensive. It's competing against the Fold 3, right? Samsung Fold 3, so it better deliver. And I think the biggest thing you need to deliver now, I think the hardware is roughly the same. The biggest thing you need to deliver is software, so it better be buttery smooth, and it better have some unique software features that Fold 3 don't have, and so that's that's huge, right? So you better have that, right? So let's look at the actual screenshot here. So this is the original. This is actually a screenshot of their, from a Surface, the Microsoft website. There's some big improvement here, or some subtle improvement is, of course, if you look at, there's, the flash. The flash is gone. It's not in book mode. It's actually, they move it to the back here. So the flash is actually in the back now. So you cannot flash yourself anymore. Yay. So before, like I say, sometimes you accidentally enable the flash and you see a flash right in your face. I mentioned the two speakers. You used to have only one speakers. Now there's two speakers, 1 and 2. But the only, one thing I don't like is the phone call. If you don't have Bluetooth, your phone call will only be on the right screen here in phone mode. So your microphone here, receiver here, you got the receiver and mic here still. So there's no mic and receiver on the other side. So I wish they have it so that you have the ability to take a phone call and phone mode on both sides. Unless of course you can use Bluetooth. But there's sometime I take a phone call, I forgot I have to use this side, right? So that's painful. Interesting thing is that they combine the power and fingerprint reader. A lot of people may not notice it, but that's nice, because then I think the bumper can be improved, because I think there used to be a notch here, so they can improve the design of the bumper. And that's, another thing is, you probably noticed that there's a slant camera bump right here. That's cool, because they actually thought about, when you fold this over, they try to maximize, essentially the fold, right? I wish what they done, which they did not do, is increase the hinge width. Increase the hinge width. It allows you to fold completely, flat, but also increase the screen into here. So I wish they've done that, but now you cannot fully fold it, so it's looking a little hard to hold it. But again, they made it narrow, so that's is a good thing. So definitely improvement. 2 speakers. The flash is moved to the back. You cannot flash yourself. Slanted camera bump. But I still have one mic. But okay, good job, man. So they did, I think, everything that was asked for them. So I think they did a good job there. So I'm not gonna disappoint, right? This is very cool, right? So good job. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.